this is like something you want and like you need to go for it. And I think it just, I don't know, it put like a random gut feeling that's so crazy and so out there that I've had for like years. I'm not kidding. This is like a back of my mind thing, and I used to think it was just like, oh, everybody has this sort of thing, whatever. And now I'm like straight up like convinced, like 100%. I've always been convinced, but now I'm like super convinced that like I know what's about to happen. I had a minute, so I decided to go to the Grove. No one is surprised. This is my place. Can we talk about this view for a second? That is okay, so it's like super late. Like it's going on like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I want to take a quick moment to talk because today was actually a really interesting day. Like I had a nightmare and I'm starting to get my nightmares back, which used to be a regular thing and then they kind of go away, but they always come back at weird times. And of course it was a casual. I was kind of annoyed because once again I was, you know, at Staping chasing down impending death, and it was seeming really close, but I kept trying to hide from it. And death is usually simple in dreams for, you know, change, which is funny because I don't feel like I'm trying to avoid change, but I totally am. Like I'm at kind of like the first time in the entirety of my life I feel very content with where I'm at, and I actually really like the process, and I like the present and just like enjoying right now. Like right now is great. Yeah, whenever I try to get a little bit farther with something, I feel like, I don't know, like I let fear hold me back a little bit from it, just being like, oh no, now's not the time, now's not the time, now's not the time, whatever. But the truth is like, maybe I shouldn't be that way. I don't know. I had this more thought out earlier. Speaking of earlier, so, okay, I started up with a literal nightmare. That wasn't fun, but that's what happened. And then I was going to go to the actor's room today, but honestly, like by the time I was done with my client calls for like the weekend and stuff like that, I was like, I am not going to get there in time. So I sent an email being like, hey, I can't make it this week, see you guys next week, and that's totally cool. I actually ended up booking an audition, so I went to that, and that went actually really well, which was great. And then right after the audition, well actually on the way, I had low tire pressure again, which you guys know happened on my birthday, and it scared me. But then it happens again in the middle of Hollywood, which is a stress fest, because I figured that for the set today that I was going to right afterwards, like literally right afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to drive around a lot because I thought there were different locations. Wasn't true, but regardless, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to happen. Right, so I was like, I need my car, and then I need it for the weekend for all these parties, and I needed to like, you know, life. And it just stressed me out so much. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this tire thing. And I took it to a gas station. I couldn't figure it out. I was like super stressed about it. I called home and I was like at a gas station that oversaw the Hollywood sign, which was kind of crazy. And I'm just like, this is a mess. My parents were like, calm down, you're fine. Literally just like, seriously see what's wrong, and then like when in doubt, just take it a Honda, and then like they'll check it out because it's a Honda. So I'm like, okay, cool. So there was a Honda like 5 minutes down the street, so I went there. They took care of it. They're like, oh my gosh, you're totally fine. It's just like a little low air in one of the tires. Surprisingly, not the one I thought it was going to be. I actually ended up talking to one of the Honda guys that was just like chilling there, and like I was, you know, stressed, so we had a good conversation about life. That was fun. And then got my car, headed on out. Got to set finally, which took forever. Like I was so late, and they knew what was wrong, so I was like, okay, well, crap happens, safety is important. But I felt so bad, like I'm not late to things, and that was a moment where I was like, this sucks, this literally sucks, because it's like one thing if like I'm just telling about, but like an entire production's waiting on you, and I've been in that point, like, whew, not ideal, because I knew I was going to push it out. It's not everybody's times. It's a later set anyways. Like this is so sucky, but like literally it was chill. It was fine. It was actually a really fun set. Part of it filmed over at USC. The other part was at a cool penthouse, and it was just really cool. And I actually drove like a couple of the people at over between locations, and that was fun because I like never get to drive people around. So it's like, this is weird, but let's go. And it was just so cool and so rewarding, and I love the fact that I could do this. And the amount of times I've talked about the Sinking web series, and everyone's just like, when season 2? Or literally they want to be in it. They're like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, we're getting there, okay? We are getting there. I'm trying not to rush it at this point because I feel like the few times that I did, I just felt like it was too rushed. And even last year at this time, like I was so stressed and like really upset. Like this was not a prime hour for me last year. But I think rushing into it was not the best idea because yeah, okay, there's like a lot going on. Working with schedules and everything is crazy, and you know, it has to be fun first. That's a huge thing about my sets. Like I have actually, when I was younger, I'm sorry, this is turning into a huge clip, but when I was like talking about different funny movies and we were talking about like Adam Sandler movies, and I don't know, I just remember in high school, like I loved watching all the Adam Sandler movies. I don't get why I get so much hate because they're fun movies, they're funny. And what was really interesting was I always saw it as like, oh my gosh, it's so cool that he literally just gets to like make cool movies and just go on cool vacations in the process with all of his friends and family, you know, like that's awesome. Like that's so cool. You can make art, make memories, and have it like all filmed on tape. Like that's so cool. And I think a lot of that has inspired like my own style in filmmaking, because a lot of the things I do, I'm not trying to be all prestigious and technical and try to do all nice. Like obviously I want it to look good and be a great story and be as great as it could be, but it's about having fun with it. And if you're not having fun, if you're not making friends, if you're not like literally just like making the most cherishable memories, like I swear, like every film and project I've ever done that, you know, I was the one like kind of behind doing, 100%, like I think I just remember the memories that surround those different projects and not necessarily the actual technicalities of the film itself, which is so cool. Like that's what I like to do. And then obviously like I'm a little more technical when it comes down to being in front of the camera, but it's all about just having fun and really just having those emotions shared and connecting with others, whether it's like on set or just like audience, you know, like that's what you do. And I think that's such a cool thing to be able to do, and that's why I don't want to rush this. Okay, so if I ever get these videos posted, that'll be a Christmas miracle. But it'll probably be by Christmas, honestly. But it is, wow, I'm making a mess, but I just want to talk it out, you know? I have a party later, which is very cool. I'm hosting Minnie, which will be cool because last week I was Minnie and someone got to host me, so it's fun, it's cool. It's literally watching little kids get super excited about Baby Shark, and I will admit I did not actually see Baby Shark. I heard about it, but I haven't actually seen it until I got this job, and probably a couple weeks ago I was like, I should probably know Baby Shark. So now I know Baby Shark and I know how excited kids get about it, so that's fun. So I picked up a bunch of little Cliff bars because these are great car food and it's very good for on the go. I actually found these, which are really exciting. They were literally 99 cents for just a bunch of espresso beans, and they're different flavored from different coffee combos. And I thought I'd give it a try, you know, because especially when I'm driving around, like if I'm heading towards a party and it's like a lot of traffic to get there, I need my energy boost, you know, you feel, and sometimes my coffee at that point, it kind of like used up. So a little bit of espresso beans before a party could be a good time. And also, yesterday was a giant conundrum of a mess. I did talk enough about that, and I did get better by the set, so that's good. But my mindset, career-wise, is great. There's just a couple things that I'm just like not feeling that happy about. It's weird because I'll look back at photos and like see like so much happiness, and I'm like, why am I not feeling that happy anymore? When I'm smiling for photos, I don't really feel like I'm as genuinely happy as I once was. And that's just, you know, the nature of busy life, I guess. But I don't know, it's like I've lost a bit of hope sometimes, and like not fully. And it's like, it's so weird because like there are so many things that are going so well for me and like that's all set, but there's a couple things I'm just like not that happy about. And it's been kind of like a struggle bus because I really don't address those things, but I think like it builds up over time, and like I've been kind of dealing for a while, so I feel like it's definitely starting to really affect me, and I am not okay with that. So yesterday I was definitely upset. The whole car conundrum was like crazy, but it really brought up that this was why I was actually more upset, and I was just like, whoa, that's not okay. But I didn't know what to do about it. And then last night I had a dream that straight up put my entire perspective like a complete 360. Like I woke up today like in a new mindset. And I'm not going into details because I really just don't care to. Like that doesn't matter. The point is like the dream that I had was so vivid, it's so real, that I woke up smiling. I went back to sleep like trying to get back to that dream, and it just made me feel so good because yeah, I can be afraid of change, and I can be kind of like in this weird situation sort of thing where I like want it to change but like I don't. And last night's dream kind of just was like, this is like something you want and like you need to go for it. And I think it just, I don't know, it put like a random gut feeling that's so crazy and so out there that I've had for like years. I'm not kidding. This is like a back of my mind thing, and I used to think it was just like, oh, everybody has this sort of thing, whatever. And now I'm like straight up like convinced, like 100%. I've always been convinced, but now I'm like super convinced that like I know what's about to happen. I say about very loosely because I don't know how quickly, but just like I'm aware. And the fact that I felt so good, it's so right, I was like, whoa, that's what that's supposed to be like. That's not, yeah. This makes no sense. You're probably trying to figure this out. I'm really sorry. You don't do it. It's really nothing. That's why I'm not going into detail, but I'm just saying it was a new dream. It made me feel good, and I feel like more okay. Like I'm okay with life. I'm okay with how things are. I'm excited for it. And I just feel so happy and motivated and like clear-minded. Like I can't express how clearly minded I feel right now. Like, I don't know, like sometimes this just happens and then like everything comes back. I'm like, ugh, pain. But I feel like right now I'm just like genuinely like moving forward and okay and like really in a good part. So yeah, you go me. Wow, she's actually filming outside of the car for once. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, your girls got the hair of the century. I absolutely love this hair so much. I do have a party today. It's closer to Malibu, which is amazing because that's like my favorite place ever. So to be my favorite character ever in the favorite like location ever honestly just makes my life. Okay, like this is going to be a really good time. So very, very excited for that. I'm all prepped and ready. Even my phone case is like on fleek because it's all mermaid and lots of fun. And it's fun because I just like hang out with kids and inspire them, and like there's something so magical about like seeing them just like freak out, you know? Like, okay, the party went super well, and now I'm at my favorite gas station in the world. I wish the prices were better, honestly, but your girl's running really, really low. Oh, hi. Okay, yeah, I'm running really low on gas, so I went to my favorite Shell of all time. It is the Shell of all Shells, and it's in Malibu, and then I'm gonna walk around Malibu because this is so pretty. I couldn't film the drive, but it was beautiful. So okay, let's. Now gloomy, but it was sunnier, so I was like, I can't find parking and I don't feel like getting towed, so I'm going to bounce out and go do laundry and being a boring human. So I've been listening to beach music, cruising down like Pacific Coast Highway. It's a good time, that PCH life, what up. And there's this store. Yeah, you can kind of see it over here. I'm pretty sure they've changed a couple times since I've been in LA, but I really have never been there and I wanted to go. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Also, can we talk about this view? Like, I love it when I park and there's a view. Okay, you can't even see. Yep, that is all ocean over there. And cute birds and lots of cottage. Let's go to this surf shop and pretend like we're a surfer chick, because that's what we do. The meter was already paid for. It's beautiful. Thank you, human who did that. So I just had a fun audition. It was pretty chill. It was for a podcast, so I literally like just got to be myself and talk about who I am, what I do, what are my thoughts. It's actually a pretty cool thing. It would be a great experience. So yeah, I actually might get to do that coming up soon. I'm pretty excited. I genuinely like love to talk a lot. Nobody's surprised by that. So to be able to do this would be like actually really cool. I'm back by the Grove. I love how I'm always here. Like, I honestly know my way around this area so well. And it doesn't change the fact that traffic is so bad here. The roads kind of suck, but it's not like Hollywood bad. It's just like close to Hollywood bad, you feel? So yeah, I need to pick up some almond milk. So I decided to go and head on back, but instead of going directly back and going through the horrible way that I got here, because that's the only way it's going to take me pretty much, I'm going to go to a different location in LA that I haven't actually really been to, and I'm just going to go into the Whole Foods there and pick up some almond milk. It's so hot in here. Oh my god, it's gross. We're good though. We're thriving. We're living our best life. We got some water. We're just, yeah, so I'm gonna go and do that, and